So what is Cointelpro? Cointelpro is a program run by the Federal Bureau of Investigation from 1956 to 1971. They operated in an attempt to discredit and neutralize people and organizations they deemed subversive to the stability of the United States. Cointelpro used several illegal tactics to target groups such as, but not limited to, the Southern Leadership Conference, the Puerto Rican Nationalist Party, American Indian Movement, Black Panther Party, Socialist Workers Party, and Ku Klux Klan. I pulled an example of their tactics from a document on the FBI's official website. Links in the description below. Quote, he was located passing out RAM literature at a local school. He was interrogated. He was arrested as a narcotic user on the basis of alleged needle marks. He was fingerprinted and photographed. He was subsequently released by a magistrate. Any excuse for arrest was promptly implemented by arrest. Any possibility of neutralizing a RAM activist was exercised. There are a few reasons why we have this document today. In 1971, a group known as the Citizens Commission to Investigate the FBI broke into an FBI field office in Media, Pennsylvania, stealing hundreds of documents related to Cointelpro. The findings didn't prompt a proper investigation until about 1975. At this point, the FBI had finally ended the program, but Congress was launching investigations into Cointelpro, the FBI, and many other agencies accused of abuses and just general bad behavior. Cointelpro at one point was just a wacky conspiracy theory. Some years later, the FBI itself has released its own documents gathered from its various offices around the US, which detail who, when, where, and how it violated constitutional rights and undermined various movements and organizations. The Congressional Subcommittee quoted Attorney General Robert Jackson when it did its final report on the findings in 1976. The quote reads, "Activities which seem benevolent or helpful to wage earners, persons on relief, or those who are disadvantaged in the struggle for existence may be regarded as subversive by those whose property interest might be burdened thereby. Those who are in office are apt to regard as subversive the activities of any of those who would bring about a change in administration. Some of our soundest constitutional doctrines were once punished as subversive. We must not forget that it was not so long ago that both the term Republican and the term Democrat were epithets with sinister meaning to denote persons of radical tendencies that were subversive to the order of things then dominant." So what are a few things we can take away from this? First, listen, learn, and think for yourself. What the FBI admitted to was once seen as just a crazy conspiracy theory that could never be true. Second, any group that's in power is going to want to keep the other group from getting in power. The first law of nature is self-preservation. Be suspicious of any group or person that thinks that they can't be criticized or questioned or have some sort of oversight. Don't believe me? Just look up any human history ever. It never ends well. As always, links in the description below. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you want more. And don't be afraid to speak your piece in the comments. Peace, player.